Okay, folks, here's another quick video on the watch and a possible breakout of crude oil. Crude oil is another one that looks to be gearing up for a major breakout. Okay. Day again is April the 4th, 2024. It's now about 5:35 in the morning. So want to point out this by looking at a monthly chart first. Again, look at what happened in crude oil once we got between 2021 to 2022. 2022 crude oil really took a big move up. Well, big exhaustion move up, got breached above 120, almost I think at 130, and then we pulled right back. But it did not go back down to the lows that we've seen back in 2020. It pretty much came down into an area where it consolidated. And it started to consolidate right around an area of a previous area of resistance. So I want to point that out real quick. Let me get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay, I want to point this out. This is an area which was a sign of this is a strong pivot point area. Let me get rid of this. Remove. Now, I like to look at these longer-term charts. These longer-term charts, I think, has more power in it than a short-term, near-term. These longer-term charts can show you what some of the potential is, what the setup is moving forward. So we see this trend line I just drew here. What it represents is a strong area of either resistance or support, because it's an area that the market has struggled with before. We broke down through it here back in 2015. We challenged it again here, or on the upside, and pulled back. Challenged it again here. Look at that, consolidated right around that area, and then we broke out above it. And we came back down below it and challenged it again here multiple times. So this time over here back in 2012, when we challenged it, we got a bounce from that level. This time we broke right through it back in 2014, broke down below it. This time we came back up to challenge it again. This level is around 80 bucks, folks, around 80 bucks. Challenged it here, broke down, could not break above it. Challenged it here. And this time was between 2018 and 2019. Here, between 2021, the year 2021, 2022, consolidated a little bit there, and then we finally broke out above it. And this is where we really jumped higher in a big way. Got it to about 130. Then it came right back down, crashing back down 2022, but it did not take out these lows here. So this is what I want to focus on. It did not come back down. It came back down to this $80 level. So between 70 to 80, it started to consolidate again. And it did not drop below that level. So what happens during that stage? It's considered, to me, what I would consider an accumulation phase. So price action found that level of support between 70 to 80. Okay, did not drop below 70, stayed, well, did not drop below 63, should I say. That's the lowest got around 63, which is right around here. So between that 63 to 70, 80 level, you know, that's a large range, but it stayed between that range for a long time. So after we reached that 120, came down, started to challenge this area down here. And as you can see, we came down a little bit, came back up, came down a little bit. So this area here was pretty much it's like a building block phase. So it's just building up momentum for a possible major breakout to the upside. So this consolidation phase, a lot of accumulation was happening around this area. Okay, here is what I want to focus on, the here and now. The here and now, it says that we want to challenge and threaten this again, threaten to break above 80, above 90. So I think that is the potential setup that we could be seeing a move above that $90 level. Look at the TTM squeeze. Look at the TTM squeeze, like it is showing that the momentum is more in favor of a bullish move than a bearish move. The TTM squeeze is showing that the downward pressure momentum is losing its favor on this monthly chart. So monthly chart is showing strong strength. That means that I give that more weight than looking at the shorter term charts as to where we could be seeing a sustainable move higher over time. over time, not the short-term noise, but over time, saying it shows that for months and months in a row, we could start to see some sustainable strength to the upside. That's a possibility. All right, so the ultimate breakout, I think it's right here around 90. I do think the trend up has already started. Started around about a little bit below 60. I mean, a little bit below 70. So right now we've been up 1, 2, 3, 4 months in a row, and I think that could be sustainable. So if you see before on the left side of here in October, see how strong these months have been when we started a sustainable move higher, month in and month out. Here shows 4 months in a row, a slight pullback, another 4 months in a row. There's a consolidation for a couple months, 1 month, then 2 months in a row, one big month down, and then right back up on it. So this shows me that we could be in this type of move up over the next year. So that's a huge possibility. The ultimate breakout again, right around at 90. We get above 90. There's no telling where Crude could head from that point. But right now it's definitely in a sustainable move higher. All right, so that's what the monthly chart shows us, that we are looking for a breakout above 90. So I already breached the $80 level, which is this first trend line I drew here. Let me highlight that. Switch this to a weekly chart. We'll see. So Crude here shows you that's the ultimate goal, to get above 90. The very first test was to break back above this level here, this $80 level. And we been battling with that since around October 2022. And we are now back above the $80 level. And it looks like the $80 level wants to be a level of support. So it looks like we are above it. Now the next area would be this $90 level. Look at the RSI, a sustainable move higher. Look at the TTM squeeze, like it is just starting to show some positive momentum. All right, folks. So this trend in Crude looks to be strong and heading towards that 90. So this is another place that you might want to consider placing a bet. Hold on, show you guys a daily chart too, so you'll see how strong this trend has been. See how this nice sustainable move up since the beginning of February, where we were at around 71. And since then, it's been a nice steady move up. Look at the RSI. We are in overbought territory, so we could see some consolidation here. But I think this I got a 10-period moving average here, which pretty much shows you how we've been bouncing off of that level. So this gold line is my 10-period moving average. So every time we pull back, we've been bouncing right off of that level here. We could continue to pull back a little bit, bounce off of that level between 80 to 85. And then I think we'll just continue to find a way to march higher. Now, some of the some energy or oil stocks that have been showing some positive movement, which is a way to play. MRO. This one has been on a tear, as you can see. So its low around January was around 21 bucks. It is now about 29.50. With the breakout, it's already a threatening breakout about a 29.56 that is seen back in October. It is in overbought territory now, so I would not be surprised to see some type of near-term pullback. But this is the daily chart. If you look at the monthly chart, like it is not even. Look at the TTM squeeze, folks. Monthly chart does not show a major breakout yet, so it could be in for a big move up over the next year. So a breakout above this trend line here, above that $32 level, could be a strong move for MRO. So this could be a nice longer term play. MRO, that's one. CVE is another one that I actually invested in. This one I actually bought call options in. Already made profits on some earlier call options, exited those, took those profits, and re-entered this position because I like what's happening here in CVE. So CVE right here, this is the trend line. This is the, let me see if I can draw a trend line for you guys. This is the ultimate breakout level. So right around this $20 level, we get a sustainable move at a $20 level. Sustainable move above that, it's going to push this thing right towards 25. So CVE is another good place to be if you're looking at a move. Up in crude, here's a weekly chart of CVE. Shows in overbought territory, but that could be very much sustainable. Here is a daily chart. Crude shows you it does have an RSI of 94 right now, so I do expect some type of pullback because it's right in our area of resistance. At 21 level is going to be a strong area of resistance. So I would not be surprised to see a pullback. Any pullback within these energy stocks, folks, is going to be a buying opportunity. That's CBE. Another one to take a look at, Oxy. Occidental Petroleum, same here. Big move up, hit 68. So I do expect some type of consolidation here in the near term. Maybe a pullback to around 65 is a possibility. Any pullbacks in these commodities, I mean, these in gold, silver, oil, I think it's going to be buying opportunities. Look at how Oxy broke out of its triangle. This is the longer term triangle pattern it was in. It was consolidating for a little bit over a year or two, and it finally broke out of that triangle pattern. So it does have earnings coming up on May the 7th. So anything can happen between now and then. So I would not be surprised to see a continue move higher, but we'll see some pullback on the way up. But that's a way to pay. Good. I just wanted to point out some ways to play on the breakout in crude oil. All right, folks. Hope there's some information you guys can use. Check you guys out on the next video.